My name is Uyanda Perseverance Mgwenya. Let me do this on my own. The reason behind actually starting this program.
Dumelang guys, welcome back to the Switch 101. It's your boy Tebogo Ray here, and I'm with a lady from a program that she will explain what it's about, right? And I've been so excited to have this interview, right? But can you please start off with who you are and which programs are you into currently, Mosimiti?
Okay, so my name is Uyanda Perseverance Mgwenya, and I am the current and sitting chairperson for Student Innovation Program.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to explain that?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so what we do actually is a diversified program that deals with the basic structure of students actually.
Mm-hmm.
So what we deal with is academics, we deal with team development, we deal with student courses, skill support, and community outreach.
Yeah.
So part of the reason behind actually starting this program was to create a space whereby students can actually be able to pop ideas, even if it's not like a solid business.
Mm-hmm.
We know we are here to grow, train, and maybe develop maybe people who are into business. People who actually ready to go to the working environment and all of those things.
So it sounds like it's a program that actually encompasses. It's kind of it allows the students to, if they have a specific passion, to actually use the program to an extent to bring that into fruition to an extent. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think I know to an extent that I've heard posters through marketing, that the location is here on campus. But I want to ask, is it something that is partnered with FabLab or is it something that's separate from FabLab?
So Student Innovation Program was actually born in FabLab.
Mm-hmm.
It was formulated there as I don't know if I can say it's a response of having something to do with FabLab and bringing awareness with long iGym, like CUT Welcome iGym,
Mm-hmm.
FabLab, and FabLab since it's makerspace also.
Yeah.
So us coming in, we are actually the vessel that brings awareness to FabLab and iGym also.
Interesting. And how long actually has the student innovation program been around for?
So since it's a fairly new structure, it was actually founded on the 14th of March, 2025, actually developed. And it came as an idea last year with a certain someone.
Okay.
Yes. Certain someone was actually...
Hopefully we can know as time goes on.
So a certain someone was actually told about the program, but it was still an idea, but it was still a uncooked version of an idea. So when we came in, we decided that we're actually going to bring it to life.
Yeah.
Hence we're here, by the way.
Okay.
But since we started the program, I feel like it has a potential to actually grow and become something other than just a basic structure from CUT.
Okay. So, but also in terms of the program itself, what is your role in the program, right? For the viewers to know, I think they want to know why is it that you are here, and we have a banner here that gives quite a bit of information, right? But also for them to know, who is this person, what's her name, what's her role in the program, yeah.
Since I am the sitting chair lady, I don't like calling myself a chair lady, actually. I don't know how it got about to be a chair lady, but since I'm the chairperson, I'm actually, I know I was supposed to be someone that gives orders and everything, since I like being hands-on with everything. So I see myself as the driver, the engine behind the workings of the program. Of course, with the support of my amazing deputy.
Okay. But I also imagine that, because I think some students might have seen recently that there have been like certain things that are marketed in terms of HODs. How is the student innovation program structured?
Well, that's a very tough question.
But I'm hearing that you are the challenge. So you are the one that's on top. Is there someone above you?
Actually, yes, there is someone above me.
Yeah.
So the structure behind the HODs and the executive committee was to actually relieve most of the duties of the specific programs we have within us.
Yeah.
Hence, we decided, let's just have head of departments that are going to actually running the structure. We are not running the structure. We're sort of like overseeing things.
Yes.
Exactly. So the person that governs us came up with the thing. You guys should have HODs. You guys should have people who are actively working with the students.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna assess, and give ideas, give opinions, maybe and advice here and there. But then you shouldn't be someone who's actually hands-on, because I tend to be overboard with my hands-on thing. So to me, it was like, okay, fine. It's fine. We can have our HODs. And of course, also considering the fact that when we choose students who are actually driven in innovation, who are willing to learn. It's not something just because for an example, I'm actually doing office management. Since I'm doing office management, why am I doing it under tech and innovation? Why can't I do that actually? So it's like a personality thing. It's not a course-based or something. But as long as it's something you feel like it's within you, so then fine. We can consider that also. And also basically learning. We are all about learning. Because I feel like I'm such a driver and a big advocate for education. And I do not like people who actually limit themselves in terms of anything.
No, I think that's quite a mouthful. I think what I'm understanding is that obviously there is the chair lady. The chair lady has to be there. Okay. And then you are saying that there's like an executive, right? And then there are HODs, head of departments, right? I think last year I interviewed Mr. Kakeho Shunya, and he was talking about, he talked about a lot of things, but he talked about something that could reach students, but also when he was speaking, he was talking about some things that could also engage the community, because he had moved. I think he mentioned that he came from Bloemfontein, right? Becoming in charge of this Fab Lab currently. So just to touch on the fun things that the student innovation program, is to bring for some of the students that might be watching, because I guess the word innovation, brings about a certain level of thinking outside the box, being creative, So is there any form of like events that you have upcoming that you are planning, even if they are not necessarily coming as of yet, but in terms of the vision of the program that you would want, if everything was just like given to you in terms of resources, that you would want to implement for us to, as a campus, eventually reach that level where we're like, actually students expressing their creativity?
Actually, yes. Currently, I'm gonna start talking about next week's thing. So next week we're gonna be heading trainings, like Fab Lab trainings and the Student Innovation Program. 3-day trainings for a capacity of 16 students per day. And then we're gonna be bringing forth a special guest. I cannot say, and I cannot tell.
Special.
Yeah, he's a special guest.
Okay.
So he's going to have like an entrepreneurial. The first 3 days actually of the thing, the training. Yes. It's a technical training, so it's like practical nyana.
What will they be learning? Because I know Fab Lab has like 3D printers. And,
you know about the 3D printers and everything. So it's basic coding, about all of those things. So they're gonna be touching base on that. But I cannot go any further because the person who's going to be facilitating the training will be the one to explain what it's about. So also the training after the fourth one it's not a training. It's more so of like a workshop open for 50 students. And
is it IT or not?
No, it's not IT. It's entrepreneurial. So they're teaching the special guest actually will come and maybe give advice on maybe how to start a business, how to manage a business, and how to stay on top when you are in business, and how to what, Nje? How to
make money. You want business
of course, money. Money. Also money. And also how when facing difficulties, because you see, business is all about fluctuations.
Correct.
The necessary measures on how to actually be able to upkeep said business.
I think I can.
So it's like a masterclass.
I can vouch for what you are saying. I think I've gone to one of I think it was iGym in Bloemfontein where there was like a competition, but they basically teach you how to basically register your business, how to make it a fully fledged, whether it's creating like a business proposal, identifying your market, and so forth. So it's quite something that can benefit people that would like to start businesses, even if it's an idea. So does it have to be people that actually have businesses or that have ideas or what?
Everyone is welcome to join. So you do not have to necessarily have a business for you to come and learn. Like it could be someone who actually has an idea, don't know where to actually start. Then you can come in and learn something. Then you can find means or ways to actually start your business. Yes.
Now that's quite interesting. Upcoming training. And is there any other events that you have that students should look forward to?
Well,
you don't want to open the box here.
I don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all about practicality. I'm not about bringing forth promises without any delivery. So, but yes, there are actually upcoming events we're working on and trying to bring students to engage in said activities.
Okay. No, I think I get where you're coming from. So in terms of the team that you are managing, that you are pushing the student innovation program with, right? How has the journey been? Because I think it's still, you are saying that the program started in March.
It started in March.
Yes. How has the journey been so far?
It hasn't been easy at all. It hasn't been easy because as much as I make it seem easy and I make it seem so smooth and silk and everything, it hasn't been easy because we have been actually dealing with them a lot. We've been dealing with a lot like recently, but since I actually am this person that knows how to be calm in chaotic situations. Sometimes I can't. I just shut down. But this time I took a conscious decision. Like I need to be strong for my team. Like my team shouldn't see me crumbling in everything. That is not something I aspire to be as a leader. As a leader, I need to make sure and ensure that I'm always in check and I keep my emotions in check.
I think what I heard as a leader, being also calm in the chaos. So that's the type of person that you are saying you are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? So, but because I've seen the team, the Student Innovation Program, right, and it's quite a lot of competent ladies there, right? Have like the little experience that I've had with what I've seen in terms of ladies executing, right? Like I've never seen like such competent females before. And I think to an extent, as you say, as it's something that also you are kind of making them become the better, to release the best of themselves, you see. So, but I would just like to also ask, right, if there's, let's say, something that you would like to teach people that are watching, right? If you can just shift a little bit and just inform our viewers there in terms of just a form of motivation, right? Especially, let's say, to the females that are watching, right? That may not feel that they are confident to stand up, amidst the males that are there, just words of motivation for them to become the best that they could be, but also making sure that they are productive. Yeah.
Well, as much as I'm not the most motivational person.
Mhm.
I'm very cynical. I'm the most cynical person ever. But then, in courtesy of the girlies, one thing I would like to say is lead with motion, lead with logic,
Mhm.
and ensure that you surround yourself with people who are rooting for you.
Yeah.
And also root for yourself. And remember that you are beautiful and you are special and you're that girl.
You are that girl. You are that it girl. Okay. Okay, maybe not that it girl. Okay. So, but is there like have you been like involved in other structures here at campus or any other form of activities? I know, like for myself, I've been doing quite a lot of things, right? But is there any experience that you have in terms of structures or even being a leader, whether inside campus, outside campus? Yeah.
Well, I have to start outside campus.
Mhm.
I've always been someone who's a writer. I'm a writer. I write stories, short stories, directed plays.
Mhm.
Management and your creation has always been my thing. I'm very talented in that. Not much on being social and everything. And yes, I have been immersed in something like a structure here at campus. I do actually have experience in terms of management and being an executive.
Executive from another structure.
I was, not anymore.
Okay.
Yes.
Which structure is that?
Well, do I have to talk about it?
It's up to you. But
yes. I have been an executive. I was actually under events management, and it was a women empowerment program.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, and I actually would like to clarify that we are actually grateful for the opportunity we've received from the previous structure were part of, because majority of the ladies I'm working with here at SIP, they were also the executive committee and representing Welcome on the previous structure.
Yeah.
But one thing I would also like to say is us leaving, because we left due to a lot of reasons. It was a lot of reasoning for us leaving, but then it's not something that has to affect the relationship we had with them. We left because we needed something that was going to challenge us as people. We needed something that was that had a lot of impact. We did not feel that in the moment. So instead of trying to start anything that was not beneficial for us, how about we find ourselves in a space whereby we can actually start from scratch and build the character that we want to be, and we actually see our students in Valcom becoming.
Okay. I think it makes sense. Like you're saying, the aim was not necessarily to burn the bridge, but the relationship is healthy, I want to ask, in terms of the team that you have right now, right? I'm going to say you must look at the camera again. I'm sorry about that. So, but for the people that might be watching, in terms of the student innovation program, the executives, right, the HODs, head of departments, is there a message that you would like to, send to them, just as the cheerlead, that they should probably move the program with, or just stand by, just to anchor them. Yeah. If you can look at the camera and just talk to them as if they are there watching you. Yeah. Okay.
I would like to tell my team that I'm really, really grateful for the work you've put so far. Like, words cannot describe how actually grateful I am. And I've said this before and I will say it again. See, like it's like we are family, and I'm always grateful for the support we actually have for one another and the working relationship we have amongst each other. So thank you so much.
Family. Now that's quite powerful. So I want us to just lighten things up a little bit again, just to but it's a simple game. So I want to just ask you, like, I'm going to say any word, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you must tell me, like, also what it makes you think of, right?
Okay.
You must be quick, right? And just say any word that comes to your mind, right? We'll just do five words,
Okay.
and then you respond with whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Blue.
Cubes.
Cubes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Meet.
And greet.
Greet. Interesting. Meet and greet. Chaos.
Chaos.
You're thinking. I said don't think. Don't think.
No, because
the first thing that comes to your mind.
No. You do not want to hear what I was thinking. No.
I think they want, guys, don't you want to hear what she was thinking?
Actually, no.
I'm sure they want to hear.
No, it's terrible. Trust me.
Is it?
Yes, very terrible.
Can you like whisper it and then we will comment it when we post?
No, I don't want to say. I don't even want to say it on here.
Okay, guys, if you know your challenge, or if you know Uyanda, just comment the actual word that she was thinking. If you know her, right? So, but chaos.
Me.
You. Okay. No, they will tell us when you are thinking. It's fine. So there's two left, right? Team.
Work.
That was quick. Okay, teamwork. Oh yeah, makes sense. The last one. Let's be out of the box. Mahod.
Friend.
Okay. No, you did quite almost fair because you chaotic kind of. Yeah, it got you off guard. So, but I think, please guys, comment if you know your challenge, or if you know Uyanda, please tell us what you was thinking because we want to know. Okay.
No.
So, but in terms of the student innovation program, right? I see there's a couple of information here, right, on the banner, and it's quite an interesting design. It's quite futuristic.
I did that.
So you did this?
I designed it.
Challenge, you're doing too much. But it's beautiful, I have to say, right? So, but the program, is it for all students? Is it for non-students? Is it for the community? Is it for the lecturers? So
student innovation, it's actually for the students, by the students, and also for the community.
Oh yes. Okay. So if there's like a student that feels like okay, there's something that CUT needs and it's not implemented anyway, right? Could they approach the student innovation program and just kind of pitch their idea and to see if it could be implemented to an extent? If it's
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. It's quite interesting. So, but we are about to conclude, right? I don't know if you have, in terms of the program that you are part of, if you have like something that is final that you would like to relay in terms of information to the people that may be watching, right? In terms of events, in terms of what's coming, in terms of any exciting thing. I know you guys today come from Dosa.
Yes.
How was that?
The experience was quite amazing, if I may say, actually.
Yeah.
So we I don't know if it's something I should say on camera, but then we have an official collaboration with Dosa Goldfields Dosa campus in terms of the relationship with Makerspace. So we're gonna be using Makerspace to try and build prototypes for students in our different departments.
Yeah.
It does not have to be undertake.
Okay.
Also, does not need to be undertake. We can actually do anything under the same departments, like academics, since we are also versed in academics. We can do something for team building, and also trying to find ways whereby we can actually give back to the community, build the community. And in terms of events, I did think about something sort of like an art show. I understand that we do not have an art studio here at campus. We do not. I've never heard anyone talk about a talent show. We've never had fashion shows. So
the last time we had Mr. and Mrs. Suit, 4 years, 5 years.
Yes, that. So yes, in terms of events, I really want to look into that also and try and speak to relevant stakeholders in terms of bringing that to campus, because I understand that we are such. I don't think backwards is the word, but there is something you can tell. There's something missing. Like we are not exposed to said facilities as our sister campus. So instead of actually trying to look from afar from the other campus, how about we bring our own thing to campus?
Couldn't agree with you more. I think looking at Bloemfontein and even other universities, like there is so much going on in terms of art, in terms of music, in terms of creative events, as opposed to grooving, which is, but being creative, I know sometimes it does happen where we have like an event and a stage, and then they get one artist from campus. There's a lot that could happen, and I'm glad that the Student Innovation Hub is here to allow students to raise their hand and be like, how about we start 1, 2, 3, so that their ideas could be heard and implemented.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite motivating, and I think, guys, when you see Uyanda on campus, please say hi.
Don't.
Okay, no, just
okay, say hi. It's fine.
Yeah, please, because they want to implement their ideas, guys. And I think you want to create an environment where they are able to be like, what? How about 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think you've sent a message to your team. There's one person that I'm missing. Just as a way to close it off, a message to, as you mentioned, the person that's above you, Mr. Katlego Shunyana. If you can just give him a few words.
Don't be overbearing, saying you're doing amazing, but let me do this on my own.
Okay. So you want all this thing. You want to carry this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You I told you I will bear the brunt of everything. I appreciate your advice and us sharing ideas, but you said I am the driver of this thing. Let me drive.
Okay. We'll drive. Oh, okay. Drive. Okay. But that was wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Uyanda, for being patient with us. We started so late, and I just want to say, guys, we must do better. And thank you for your patience, and thank you for coming here with your executive members that are behind the scenes at this current moment. And hopefully we can get another one interview, sit down when you guys have done the most here on campus, because I can see the future and I feel like a lot is yet to happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for subscribing. For those that have subscribed, please help us reach 500 subscribers, guys. We love you, and we know you love us. From the Switch 101, from the Bukhare, please keeping on. Bye.
The Switch. one whole world.